Hello, my name is Russ Merrick. I'd like to welcome you to the manufacturing facility of Merrick Machine Company located here in Allen, Nebraska. Today what we have for you, this is our Diamond Quad framing table. This is a unique table. It actually has a LightBar system in it. It's in here. LightBar is kind of an old idea. It was, we had a LightBar tables all set up, could handle it back in the 80s through the 90s and the early part of the 2000s. We actually did, we did tabletops that were unique to the vision systems back then, in the early 2000s, or the laser projection systems that some of you might be familiar with it. Anyway, this is the LightBar. It's available, it's on the market. Guys, it's been around for more than 30 years. In a nutshell, we've got two openings in this area for the LightBar, just inside the fixed side through here. So the LightBar is not sitting flat. Okay, the LightBar is actually tilted up somewhat of an angle, so it's user friendly for the operator. So the operator is looking at it as opposed to, trying to glance at the light of the reflection against it. This is the fixed side of the table, which is the right side of the screen for you guys. The left side of the screen over here, this is the adjustable side, so this side actually runs in and out. If you're going to do a table from, say, 8 foot, you can go from 6'9" to 9'3" to 10'3". If you want to go to 12'3", we can do that. Both sides adjust to do that. You want to go to 14, 16, 18, and so forth, you can get one of our other tables. It's not a Diamond Quad style. You can go to one of our Gen 3 style tables. If you're going to do floors, really tall walls, balloon walls, and things of that nature, we can help you out with those also. That's different machinery. Once again, the Diamond Quad table, operator's going to stand on this side of the table. They're going to throw studs across as you're going to lay it in here. Ideally, you're going to have conveyor on the in-feed side, okay, skate wheel roller conveyor. And what you're going to do is you're going to pop up. We have pop-up rollers on here. You take your door and window bucks, roll them on top of here. On top of that buck is going to be all your individual 2x4s, your partition lead-in, your corners, trimmers, all the things be stacked in there. You roll your window or door buck into position according to where the LightBar is and or the flippers. Then you go ahead and drop everything down. Hit the foot pedal. You drop the skate wheel rollers down, sprinkle your studs throughout the wall accordingly, and come in and clamp the table up. Now, this table is kind of unique. It's actually kind of fun here. I'm going to run this out. It actually works really smooth. They run in and out like this on the fixed or the adjustable side of the table. Ideally, you want to go ahead and stop it and slow it down before it actually hits the stops. Ideally. It's not always necessary, but if you go too much faster, you're going to start breaking the weld off at the end of the stop. Pretty slick, pretty easy. Once again, you're still 25% faster than we were before. Big improvement, actually. And it's darn sexy, let me tell you. And there we are. Slick and easy. You want to open this up and you're doing a lot of changes back and forth, the speed motor makes a big difference. The speed motor is located in the center of the table. Depending on how long your table is, there might be multiple motors strategically placed throughout. But the speed motor is geared different and it's got better horsepower. It's got bigger, more horsepower. Ha ha ha, huh, guys? Everybody likes more horsepower. Works real slick, it's really smooth. You're still running a torque limiter on the end of the main drive shaft of the motor so it can slip once you get to the end. Anyway, real slick system. Run it for you one more time. But you're going to throw a tape measure across. If you want to do a 9'3" or 9 foot, 10 foot, 10'3" because you want to do a double top plate, you can actually open up the table just a little bit more. You need to open up about 2 inches or so. Throw in your double top plates on either side. You've got scoring stops on this. We have several different scoring stops available. For a LightBar system, we have a fixed one. You have about an inch of adjustment on each one. You're primarily just going to fix it, get it in one general spot. It's rock solid, it's real simple. It's not too hard for anybody to mess up, and it will take a beating. So you have a right hand stop on the right hand side of the screen and one right next to me. Once again, this works in conjunction with where your start is on your LightBar system. The outrigger is a wheel that's actually fixed to the adjustable side of the table. Now, why do we need an outrigger? Why do you care as a customer? Number one, if you've got a lot of weight on this table, and this thing's sticking out here, say a 10'3" and so forth, it's real easy to get things put too much weight on it, and this side of the table will want to sag due to all the weight that you might have on it. In this case, there's not a tremendous amount of weight on it at this point in time, but the outriggers are there. You You basically adjust them down to hit the floor. For this particular table, there's 3 outriggers. One at the start, one in the middle, and one at the off feed end of the table. Outriggers vary depending on how long your table actually that you purchased from us. But for the most part, you dial it in till it hits your floor, so your table doesn't lean down as it does that. It keeps it at a nice flat surface. Now, bear in mind, not everybody's floor is flat. Everybody thinks, oh man, you pour concrete, it's got to be good as gold. It's not. You're going to find the high spot and set it to that, and then roll the table in and out, and make sure. There'll be times where 2 rollers are hitting the ground and 1 isn't. It's mid-air because the concrete sags. So you want to find a high spot and then set it for that where the table is actually going to be in the positions you want. It's real easy, just a couple of wrenches to adjust each one. You're running with about 90 to 110 psi as far as air pressure. Now we've got just, you need a 1-inch line to feed the table. Ideally that's what you're hunting for, okay? We just have a temporary one hooked up with a 1/4-inch hose. That's not what we want. You want a 1-inch line feeding this thing. There's a gauge on the front, adjustable regulator filter combo right here. In this case, you got a 110, it's 110 voltage, or 120. Have your electrician wired in direct if you would. We just got a pigtail on here for this demonstration only. For this particular customer, they actually ordered foot pedal valves. Foot pedal valves we did back in the 70s, we did them in the 80s, and we did them in the 90s. I remember as a little kid, I was putting foot pedal valves on drawer machines and other things that we did. So if you want the foot pedals, great. If you want to go to the more modern style, which is the drum switch, there's a drum switch that's actually mounted underneath the table. It's well protected. You want it well protected so guys don't drop stuff on it and knock it off. The drum switch has got a little lever handle on it, and you can actually run the table in, you can run it out. And then there's a valve on the side of the table that actually pops up the skate wheel rollers. Boom, boom. So for the most part, you're going to put in your door and window bucks, clamp the wall up, go ahead and nail everything off. In this case, the customer did not buy dolly rails. This is a strip down machine. Hands down it is. They're going to nail everything by hand, utilizing the LightBar as far as locating everything goes, as opposed to using the cast iron stud locator flippers that we currently have on our other products and our other tables. When it's all said and done, you open up the table, the skate wheel rollers pop up, you roll the wall off, and the guides start framing again. That's what you want to keep doing. Let's say you have a bunch of short walls. You know, you've got a 2-foot wall, a 4-foot wall, another 3-foot wall. Take all your small walls and combine them together. One of the things I've seen over the years is a lot of plants will come in, they do 1 wall at a time. The first wall is 16 foot, the next wall is 2 foot. The next one after that is 4 foot. Fill the wall with short walls. Make it easy for all the guys. Just do it all at one time. So anyway, the things that are unique for the customers, the speed motor, which is ideal once again because you got more horsepower and the gear ratio is changed for us as far as the gearing goes. Wonderful, smooth, and this is bloody fast compared to the old one. So